How's it going, everybody? Matt and Steve here. I'm picking things up off the floor. Matt and Steve here on our weekly Thursday night live streams. Let's give it a few seconds for this to pass, this commercial, shall we? It should be over about now. That's got to be about close to 30 seconds, right?
Sure.
Oh, let me get the chat pulled up on the other screen. Mr. Brain sees the gents. Hello, everyone. So we're going to do continue our Ultimate X training today. However, before we start, two things. One, this coming week, this coming Monday, we are going to start our second live stream for the members, and it's what Trips members and above. You're going to get a free second live stream. So we're going to do our normal live stream for an hour from the casino on Monday nights at 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern, and then after that, we're going to do an additional. What are we doing? 30 minutes?
30 minutes, yes, sir.
30-minute live stream for the members of that have joined our channel, and it's not the bottom membership. I believe it's the middle one, Trips and Up. So if you want to see a second live stream from us, make sure you join the members, and that's on our channel up at the top, right next to the subscribe button. I don't think you can see it on mobile. You got to go on a browser. And then the other thing is starting soon. We're still going to do this Thursday night live training. However, I think we're going to move it to our newer channel that is back to the old channel, the American Casino Guide stuff, the educational stuff. So the Thursday night live stream, I don't know when we're going to do that yet, but we are eventually going to be moving this Thursday night live stream. It'll still happen same time. It's just going to be on our other, it's youtube.com/@American Casino Guide. Might be American Casino Guide book. I don't even remember. The Trips is the third channel, or the third tier up in or the second tier of the three in our membership. I think that's the one that we said the live stream goes to. I will have to double check. Probably should have written that down before I started this announcement. And
you could probably look it up on our website, on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, third thing. Well, you're welcome to do that, Dad, if you want, while I am live streaming. Third thing is, let's see, so 2 weeks from today, which is going to be August 10th, we are going to be doing a live stream on Thursday night. There will be no training. It will be live from, tentatively speaking, about 99% sure it'll be live from the Yamava Casino in Southern California. So PAX, anybody else that's in Southern California, we will be there to debut a new video poker machine we'll be there, we get in the afternoon on the 9th and we leave early in the morning on the 11th. So if you're there on the 10th, we will be around all day and in the evening on the 9th. So, yeah. Yes, the training will still be live. It's just going to be moved to the new channel. So, here we are. Let's start on our player challenge this week. We'll just touch this real quick. Come in here. I just started it. Nobody's played yet. It's Fortune X Poker, since they just put that in at the casino at Dania Beach. And I got an email yesterday. It's in at the Hard Rock as well. Hard Rock was putting in about 8 new video poker machines. I don't know what was on them, but the slot manager emailed us and said that it is Fortune X. I don't know what else they put in, but Fortune X, he said, is 2 of the 8 machines. So that is all of our bookkeeping there. So to celebrate Fortune X being in 2 casinos in South Florida, I made it Fortune X this week. I do want to say, though, Casino at Dania Beach had it first. They had it a day before. So now we're going to go into our scenario. Oh, wait, that's the quiz. Let's not look at the quiz.
I'm still trying to find out how to Join.
You might have to go in the back end.
show.
Oh, Alex,
here,
welcome.
I see it.
Welcome to the membership. I didn't see that there. I like Fortune X a lot. My dad hates it. I've been forcing him to play it. He hates it. I actually don't mind it. So let's hop right into the presentation for this week. It is Ultimate X 6-5 bonus poker. Still, we're on to scenario 2 now. This is 3 to a royal flush versus 4 to a flush. I breezed through this earlier. This is probably the most complicated one we've gone over thus far. So here we are. So if you have 4 to a flush and 3 of them happen to be a royal flush, this is what we're going to go over today. So back to the top hands. Previously we learned everything through the 6th line here in the Ultimate X. So we have everything done through line 6. Now we're moving on to line 7 here, which is 3 to a royal. In some cases, it's going to be better than 4 to a flush. So scenario 1 was between 5 and 6. Now scenario 2 is between 6 and 7. If you remember, we took a break, what was it, last week, and we started from the bottom, and we're trying to work our way up. And St. Paris, if you want to be a member, you got to go to our channel on a desktop, and there should be a join button right up there next to the subscribe button. That's how you join, and it's like, I think, $3 or $4 a month for the one to get
$1.99 or $6.99 or $49.99.
And which one gets you the live stream?
You know, I didn't even see it there.
Oh, well. That was the whole reason you were supposed to look. So,
well, I did look. I didn't see it saying that.
So in this week we'll learn scenario number 2, 3 to a royal flush versus 4 to a flush. Any hand containing both 3 to a royal flush and 4 to a flush will be covered by scenario 2. If it contains no high pair, or by scenario 1 if it contains a high pair. Also, remember that in 6-5 bonus poker, you always keep a high. If you're not playing on Ultimate X, you always keep a high pair is better than 3 to the royal, and 3 to the royal is better than 4 to the flush. The reason that changes is in Ultimate X, you get that 11 times multiplier in bonus poker, at least, for the flush if you get it on the following hand. So that is what makes it much more valuable. So here is our chart. As I said, a bit more confusing. Seems a bit daunting at first. But if you look in this green section down the left-hand side, these are all your possible 3 to the royal flush combinations, right? And H just means a high card. So it could be, so ace, H, H could be ace, king, queen. It could be ace, jack, queen. It could be ace, king, jack. So the H, you're going to fill in anything. Any of those high cards. This is not a great pay table, David. It is the worst pay table for bonus poker, but it is also the most common pay table you will find in Ultimate X for bonus poker, and the Ultimate X side bet adds quite a bit to this, so it makes it over a 98% game when played correctly, and it's a wacky strategy here. So we will, as you can see, if played correctly, which no one, I can guarantee you, plays correctly. So then these now numbers, if you remember, we were talking about the ratio. These are the magic ratios here, all these different ones, right? So in Ultimate X 6-5 bonus poker, keeping 3 to a royal flush requires a lot of multipliers to overcome the strong future multiplier potential of 4 to a flush, which is what I was just talking about, that 11 times multiplier. Since you get that on the following hand, that's why 4 to a flush is so much more valuable in Ultimate X than it is in a regular bonus poker. So on this chart, up here at the top, this is the strongest. As you can see here, Queen Jack 10 is the strongest, all the way to the weakest at the bottom, which is Ace with the 10. And that's because the lower the high card is, well, hold on. We'll get to that next. This is the 5 different ones, and as I was saying, H is a high card. So Ace H H can be Ace King Queen, Ace Queen King Jack, or Ace Queen Jack. And Queen High is stronger than a King High, which is stronger than an Ace High, and it's the lower top card gives you more abilities to get straights in either direction and straight flushes in either direction. So you know, if you have an ace high, it's inside. You can only go down. If you have a queen high, you know, you could get a king and a 9 and make it a straight flush. If they're suited, you get a king and a 9 offsuit. It's still straight, which will give you an 8 times multiplier. So there's a lot of possibilities there that you can get. And this chart still looks rather daunting. And within the king high and the ace high ranking couples, 3 high cards is stronger than 2. So that would mean not having the 10. That would mean having the queen and the jack on the king, or in the ace, any of those configurations we just spoke about here with the ace HH. So now, color-coded chart. Once you get to this part, it seems a little bit easier. So then down the left side are the royal flush, 3 to the royal flush combinations. Across the top, this is your unsuited card. So that would be the 5th card. So, because if you have 3 to a royal flush and 4 to a flush, you have to have a 5th card that is not part of that flush. So if your unsuited card is, whatever your unsuited card is, you're going to go across the top there. And then this light blue, this like powder blue that's almost white, this first column is no interference. So 2 through 7, you can't have any straight interference because there is no straight, you know. And the light blue, which is just this one, has interference for just the 10, forgetting, because if you have king 10, your pair of 10s is getting interference. And then the darker blues here are straight hands that have a straight interference, and then the pink ones, it's a high pair, which means you're going to go back to scenario 1, which we covered earlier. The 10 interference makes it harder to get trips or a 2 pair. So, unsuited card determines how much interference there is. So more interference, if you have a straight or a 10, results in a higher threshold. So as you can see, the darker the color, the higher the ratio is, because the more interference you have, right? So, does not matter if the unsuited card pairs the 4th card to the low flush. Does not matter. To be fair, William, I might fail this quiz also, so we'll see here.
I'm just
But we
following
will
along.
have this cheat sheet. This cheat sheet will be in. It is an open book quiz, so the cheat sheet will be in the quiz. If the unsuited card matches a card pairs a high card, you use scenario 1, because we went over that, because that was 4 to a flush versus a high pair. Which is why those ratios are much, much lower. And then this is the this is your hand ratio. Oh, so you made it even better, did you? This one looks a bit more complicated. I think I might have liked the chart better from last week, but we'll see. On the left, find the highest blue number in the row for P not greater than M. So P is the number of hands you're playing. M is your multiplier, sum of your multipliers. Oh, all the threshold ratios were small, so that's why we need a bigger one here. I see. Oh, so this is incorporating 1 and 2. Okay, so that's why the ratios range from 1 to 8.6. So this is to keep it smaller, I guess. So on the left, highest blue number in a row for P, not greater than M. So that would be, we'll see. I'm a little confused here. On the right, use the remainder and look down the row for P to get the fraction part. So I'm going to have to see an example of this. I can't think while I'm broadcasting. So this is the compact chart to handle the full range of ratios. So demonstrate how this chart works. Let's see. So triple play, M is 23. So M is, I'm going to see how to use this. P is 3. So let's see. Look, the row for P, okay, And the highest blue number that's not greater than 23, which would be 21. So that would be here. Okay, so then what do we do? Look up 21 in the top row. It's okay, it's part is 7. Okay, I'm following that. The remainder, 23 minus 21 is 2. Okay, this is a little complicated. Look down for the remainder 2 to the row of, okay, 0.66. So what does that mean? So put the 2 together. Oh, 7.66. Okay, I guess I get that. You get this, Dad? Are you following? You're the math genius of the family.
I'm not following at all. I'm just watching along. But
Okay.
I do have a question. Well, when you're done with this, I have a question
Okay.
about it, because I want to see how much it affects if we go to a practical. We could look later and do a practical example and see
Okay.
the difference in the expected value.
One more look at the charts without ratios. Okay, so, or without notes. So, all these numbers here are your ratios. So let's say you have a queen jack 10, right, suited of hearts, and you have a 10 of diamonds, and then you have, I don't know, say a 6 of hearts. So say you have 4 hearts that are jack, 10, queen, and a 6 of hearts, and then you have a 10 of diamonds. If you look here, you would need a 3 point, the magic ratio would have to be 3.1. If the so if the multiplier, the sum of your multipliers divided by the number of hands you're playing is greater than 3.1, you hold the 3 to the royal flush. Otherwise, you're going to hold 4 to the flush. So the default is to hold 4 to the flush unless the magic number is B. So now here we would go to here. So I get it now. So say you're playing 10 play, Dad, right?
No.
And the pick a number that the sum of your, so the highest number, if you were dealt a full house, you'd have 120, right? Pick a number between 10 and 120.
27.
So if your multiplier was 27, right? If the sum of your multipliers was 27 and you were playing 10 play, right? You'd go to the number here, the first number lower than the number you just said, which is 27, right?
Right.
So you go to 20, and then you look up here 2. So then you know your ratio is now 2 point something. So then you go 27, which is the number you said, minus 20, the number here. That gives you a remainder of 7. So if you go over here, we were on 10 hands, and the remainder was 7. So of course it's 0.7. Duh, because it's a multiple of 10. That one I could have done in my head. So that would give you a 2.7. This is just a way to do the multiplication easier if you can't do multiplication in your head. You see, the remainder of 1, if it's divisible by 3, is 1/3. Remainder of 2 is 2/3,
Gotcha.
0.66, and then it's, I get it now. If there's a remainder of, and then it's fifths, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20%, and then the tens are 10%, 0.1.
Gotcha.
I get it now, 2.7. Okay, now I get the charts.
Okay, well, can you go back one now?
What
What if we did it on 5 play? Just to double check.
Hang on, let's get back to the end.
Change that 10 play to 5 play, and let me see if I can walk my way through it here.
Okay, here we are. We're back here with the notes.
Okay. That last screen we were on.
That's here.
This one. Okay,
Yes.
so if it was 5 play.
So here, I'll do it.
27.
Oh, I was
Okay.
going to pick a different number.
Well, can we do it with the same number? So I
Yeah.
can all right. So you would go to the 20, which would be 4.
Mm-hmm. No,
No?
25.
Oh, 25.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 25. Okay, all right. So it'd be 5. And
so
then
it's 5 point.
And then you have 2 left over, which you go to 5, so it'd be 0.4.
Yeah, so it'd be
So it's
5.4.
5.4.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the ratio.
Okay.
It's just, he just made this so that people that can't do multiplication in their head and convert to decimals.
Okay.
Which I don't know why it took me that long to figure out that's what this chart was.
Okay.
So, It's actually, the math is very easy on 5 beers with this. So yeah, so there's that. So that was that. And then, right, that was the end of that. So now we're going to go to this quiz. Present. I have not looked at the quiz yet. Wait. Start. Present. Hello, there we go. Now it worked. Okay, so super simple instructions for scenario 2, what I just went over. Step 1, read the question carefully. Step 2, answer all parts of the question thoughtfully. Step 3, when you are 100% sure, go to the answer page. 1 point for getting all parts correct. Step 4, after understanding the answer, proceed to the next question. Passing score, 8 out of 10. Genius score, 10 out of 10. Here we go, Dad. Are you ready?
Well, when I went to school, I think passing was like 7 out of 10. So
Oh, yes.
they're raising the threshold now.
C's get degrees, baby. C's get
There you go.
degrees. Okay. So, hand number 1 of 10. Number 1, find the multiplier ratio. Number 2, find the threshold ratio. Number 3, choose the cards to hold. Okay, so first thing you got to do is find the sum of your multipliers, right? Is 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 2 is 7, right?
Yes, sir.
So we're on triple play 7. So you're going to go to the highest number here, which would be below 7 would be 6. So that would be 2 point, and then 1 is the remainder. So it would be 2.33 would be the ratio,
Okay.
the MP ratio. Now number 2, so that was 2.33. Find the threshold ratio. So what do we have here? We have a 10 Jack Queen, which is right here. We have the unsuited card is a 7. So the ratio here, the threshold ratio is 3.0. Right?
Yes, sir.
So then now you would say if the ratio is higher, if the number we just had, the 2.33, is higher than 3.0, you would keep the 3 to the royal flush. 2.33 is not higher than 3.0, so it's 4 to the flush. That's what I say.
Okay. Sounds good.
Right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I said 7, 3, 2.33. I did that right. I did that math right. 2.33 is less than 3, so it's 4 to the flush. So that's what I did. Gave us
Okay,
the 2.
I'm looking at the expected value. There is quite a little bit of a difference there, huh?
Yeah.
Four.
What is that? 4 coins. Almost 4 full coins. That is quite a difference.
Yeah.
Now the chat's delayed. Mom said 4 to the flush. I just saw that now. I'm pretty sure my wording had not come out yet. She's correct. Mom is correct.
All right, Michelle.
Big EV difference there is what Mr. Brain just said. Yeah. Look at the huge
it's
EV
like,
difference between the pair of 7s and the flush. That's 29 coins.
Huh. Yeah.
Okay. So, hand number 2. I'll let you do this one, Dad.
Oh boy. Okay, so we have our multipliers. We have 1. If there's no multiplier, it's 1.
Yeah,
1,
that's
2, 4, 5, 7.
Okay.
So you have multiplier of 7. So and that's 5 play. So you have to go in the chart to, that would be just a 5, right?
Mm-hmm. And how many's left over?
2, and then you go over to the other one, 0.4.
Yes.
So it's 1.4.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, that's step 1 is 1.4.
All right. Then you have to go down to the chart down there and look for Jack, Queen, King.
Which would
be
Jack, Queen, King right here.
All right. And 1.4, I believe it was.
What?
It's last. Oh
Wait,
wait, what is the card?
The unsuited card.
the unsuited card is a jack,
Uh-huh.
which is
Goes into the pink. Why is it pink, Dad?
because if unsuited card pairs a high card, revert to scenario
1.
number 1. Keep high pair when MP.
Is greater than the ratio.
Okay, but it's not greater than the ratio. It's less than the ratio.
What did we just say it was? 1.4 we said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so 1.4 is less than 1.5. So you say
Keep the flush?
yes.
Okay.
Let's see. 1.4. We said that. 1.4 is less than 1.5. Keep the flush. This one's
Okay.
even that is a bit more than I remember. It's over a coin. It's over a full coin better. It's Paxor and Mr. Brain. I think Mr. Brain did a lot of this.
It's a lot of work. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he purposely put the wrong answer to get the correct EV holds. I like that. So then now, so we're 2 for 2 so far. Question 3. Ooh, big numbers
Big
here.
one.
Big numbers. Big numbers.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we've got 5 play. So we're going to go here on this 5 play. What is this multiplier? 8 and 8 is 16. 16 and 16 is 32. And 7 is 39. So we would go on 5 play, come across to 39. The first lowest number would be 35. So it would be 7 point, and then there's 4 left over. 7.8, okay, is our number here. If I did this math correctly in my head. 7.8. And what is our, we have ace, jack, queen here. So that would be ace, jack, queen, which is HH. H can be any high card. So ace, jack, queen, and the leftover is a king. So it's going to be 6.7 because it's one. Since H can be any high card, it could theoretically be a king. So since it's not a king, the pink number is not going to apply. So it's 6.7. And what the hell did I just say it was? 7.8, I think I said. Right?
You started with 39.
39, yeah. So then
Yes.
it would be 5 play 35. Yeah, 7.9. So 7.9 is higher than 6.7. So I think you're going to go 3 to the royal here. Let's see if I'm following the assignment right.
It sounds right, but if I were to have this, I think I would have kept 4 off the top of my head because the multipliers are high. I don't know.
Well, no, that you would not keep the 4 to the flush because the multipliers are high, so you don't need the 11 X's from the flush. So therefore, you would keep, because if you were playing this not an ultimate X, you would hold. What would you hold with no ultimate X?
Oh, you'd hold 3 to the royal.
Yeah. So since the multipliers are high enough, because that's the whole idea behind these ratios is these ratio numbers is if you can break that ratio, if the sum of the multipliers is high enough to break these ratios, you revert to original strategy. Because remember, I was always saying at the beginning, I was using the magic number of double all of them for everything, and Mr. Brain was saying how off I was. So that's why he went back and did all this. So he's broken down the magic number. Remember, we were hoping there was a rule of thumb. There is no rule of thumb. This is how different it is for everything. So if the sum of all the multipliers together gets high enough to break these are the rule of thumb numbers we were looking for. Except that there is none. Now I get why he said that. So if the multipliers are high enough, you revert to the strategy that is not for ultimate X. If you have low multipliers, then that's when you change your strategy.
So, but as a general rule of thumb, you would go by what you're saying. If the multipliers are high, go for the royal.
If the multipliers are high, go for the original strategy of how you would play this game without ultimate X.
And if the multipliers are low, you would keep the 4 card flush, hoping to get big multipliers for the next hand.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. just a general rule of thumb.
Yes.
For people who don't want to get too involved in doing the math on this, because it is complicated math.
Yeah. So
But okay.
Mr. Brain is very good at math, so he has broken this down completely. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to not get this complicated about it. The higher your multipliers, the more likely you are to play the strategy like you would in a normal game. The lower your multipliers, the more likely you're going to be to differ your strategy and play it differently than you would. Because you want to fish for the multipliers is what I always called it.
Yeah, but the other factor in there would be the discard also, I guess. Whether
yes.
it's interfering in your straights, maybe, I don't know.
Well, that's what changes the multiplier or the ratio.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, so that's that one. So now we're 3 for 3 so far. So now we're gonna go on to question number 4. Now this is higher math. I'm gonna let you do this one, Dad. That's a lot of addition. I can't do that.
12, 24, 28, 31, 34.
So 34.
Right?
Yep.
26 is 34.
That ratio you can do on your head.
All right, so that's 10 play.
Uh-huh.
So 34 and 10 play would be
3.4. You just moved the decimal place over.
Right.
Because it's division by 10. But if you were going to use the chart and couldn't do that division in your head, you would go 10 hands. You said 34, right? So you'd go up to 30, because that's the highest number below 34. You have 4 left over, so you go to the second chart and get the 0.4 on the 10. So 34 is 3.4 in 10 play. And then what is the hand that we have here? We have a King 10 high card. So that would be,
yes, sir.
Because it can be either the Jack or the Queen.
All right.
And then the offhanded offsuit is an ace. So 4.8. The ratio needs to be.
Okay, versus 3.4.
Yes, 3.4 is not higher than the magic number, so you would change your strategy.
Keep the 4-card flush.
Yes, you would not play the strategy of a traditional game.
Okay. Are we right? Yeah.
Yes.
All righty.
42. Oh, you missed one. It was 42. Not.
I missed one.
You did your
the 8
wrong. You missed the 8 at the bottom. You said 34. You must have missed the 8 at the bottom.
Oh, I did. I did miss the 8 at the bottom. Okay.
Okay. See, I let you do the addition and you still screwed it up because I didn't want to screw up the simple addition. You see, guys?
I only added up 9 of them.
Modern problems require modern solutions. So you were still right, though. It did.
Of course I was right. I'm your father. Damn it, I'm right.
Yes, according to Paxor's quiz rules, that's wrong. So that's what it is. Mr. Brain does all the... I believe Mr. Brain does the class and Paxor does the quiz.
There's a big difference there. Look at that.
Wow, that's a huge difference. Yeah.
Not 9 credits.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, 3%?
9.5 almost.
Mm-hmm. 3% difference.
No genius this week for Dad. Okay, so let's see if I can do the higher math here. Can I add 10 numbers together? Okay, so step 1, find the ratio. We have 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 4 is 32. And then 8 would be 40, and another 8 would be 48. So we're going to go to 10. 48, the first highest number below 48 is 40. So we're going to go 4 point, and then 8 left over is 4.8. So 4.8 is our magic number here. We have Jack queen, so king, queen, jack right here. This is a 4.1 is the magic number. And we just said 4.8, assuming I did that math correctly. So here, I believe it's going to be, since our ratio of the hand is higher than the magic number, believe we're going to go 3 to the royal here.
I believe that would be correct.
48. Okay, yeah, so I did the math right. 48 is higher than 4.1, so then you go 3 to the royal. And there's another 9 credit difference there. Interesting. Six. Let's see if you can redeem yourself on this math, Dad. There's less numbers here to add together.
8, 16, 19.
8 and
5,
16
3.
and 3 is 19. Yes.
3 play.
So you go to 3
9.
play.
You go to 18.
Uh-huh. And how many's left
That's
over? What's
6.
the difference between 18 and 19?
1.
Okay. So that would be 6.33.
3. Okay.
Okay.
And then
now,
we go down there.
what do we have? We have
Queen, king, ace, which is ace high high.
yeah.
Okay.
Ace high high. And then what is
And
the
the-
unsuited card?
2.
No, the unsuited card, Dad.
Oh, jack.
And since you have two options here, since there is no high pair, the magic number is 6.7.
And we said 6.3.
6.33. So the ratio, excuse me. So 6.33 is lower than 6.7. So you would use non-traditional strategy, meaning 4 to the flush.
Yes, sir.
That's what I say.
You got a lot of. If I was playing this and I was just going roughly, I would say, oh wow, look at all those big multipliers. I guess I should go to traditional strategy. But that would be wrong.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, with 2 8s and a 3, I would have thought for sure I would go traditional strategy. Now, but that one's close. Look how close.
Yeah, much
that
closer. Yeah. Okay.
1.3 coins, but still.
Right. Mm-hmm.
If you play as much as we do, that 1.3 coins is going to add up in the long run. Question 7. This is going to be a real low multiplier. So right off rip, my initial guess would be hold 4 to the flush here. Oh no, but there's a pair of aces. So my initial gut reaction here would be to hold the aces. So let's see. Let's do the actual math and see here. Number 1, find the ratio. So we got to add blanks are 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 10 hands, 14. So that would be 10 with 4 left over so that's 1.4. So our ratio is 1.4. Let's see. What do we have here? We have ace, high, high.
High, high.
So, and then our offsuit card is an ace. So it is 1.0. Keep the high pair when our ratio is higher than the magic number. Our ratio was 1.4. So we're going to keep the aces here. That's what I say. Yes.
Yes.
So anytime the ratio of your hand beats the magic number, you go traditional. If the ratio of your hands and multipliers is lower than this number, you're going to do the wacky stuff, as I like to call it. This is what I realized we should have been doing this quiz. We should have looked at the thing, say what our gut tells us to play, and then go through it. So what would your gut tell you to play here, Dad?
Probably the aces.
No, on this next one I just updated.
Oh, on this one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we're on hand 8?
Yeah.
You have all those high multipliers. I would say you would go traditional ace, queen, 10.
That would be my gut shot. That would be my gut
Yes.
reaction too. With all those, go for an $11,000 or an $8,000 royal would be my gut reaction. So let's actually do the math here. So 8 times 8, because there's 10 hands total. They're all 8 except for 2 of them. So that's 8 times 8 is 64. 64 plus 11 is 75. Plus another 11 is 86. So then we go here. We're playing 10 hands.
86 is 8.6.
Yeah,
We could
8.6.
couldn't we
But
do
I was just going through
Yeah.
just to show people if they're not good at doing that multiplication or division in their head. 86 is you go up to 80. There's 6 left over, so you come to the next one. You go up to 6, so it's 8.6. And then what do we have here? We have an ace 10 queen. Our
Ace high 10. Yeah.
our leftover is a king. 8.6. So for some, you subtract 0.1 for 10 play only. So that's what we do. So it's 8.5. And we said 8.6. So I guess it must be, there must go further than 1 decimal place, but that's why we're changing it. So if this was 3 play or 5 play, you would go for the flush. That's crazy. So if you had this in 3 play or 5 play with this high of a ratio, you would still go for the 4 to the flush. That's wild. But since this is 10 play, I believe you're going to go for the 3 to the royal. Or did I get that backwards? Let's see. No, yeah, I got that right. So 86, yeah, 8.6. So it's that, if you didn't catch that asterisk, we would have gotten that wrong. That's the most extreme example, Mr. Brain says. Look how close that is. Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, I see why you threw that one in, and I also see why there is the asterisk there for the only on 10 play. That's crazy though. So like, I wouldn't have thought to do that.
No, I would have thought automatically with that huge number of multipliers.
So look at this. So if you were on 5 play, if you wanted to get 8.6, 8.5, right? So you wanted 8. So on 5 play, if you had 43, if the sum of your multipliers was 43 on 5 play, which is, hold on, 43 divided by 5, that's an average multiplier of, 8.6. So your average multiplier is 8 on 5 play, and you would still go 4 to the flush. I would think that's crazy. To me. I don't think I would ever go for that.
No, probably not.
But, he also points out this is the weakest 3 to the royal you can have. Hand number 9. So, let's see. Oh, that thunder you were talking about is just now getting here, Dad.
All right, enjoy it.
So, M divided by P is, the ratio here is 8 and 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. So, if we're on 3 play, we're going to go 3 to 15 with, so that would be 5.66 because you have 2 left over. So 5 and 15, and then the difference between 15 and 17 is 2. So you have 5.66 is our thing here. What do we have? We have a king 10 high, which would be here. The jack being the high card. It could be either a jack or a queen, and you would still use the same part of the chart. And a 7. So here.
Now, by the way, we were supposed to say which one we thought we would go for.
Oh, here, I would think to go 10 jack king would be my initial response because the 2 8s are high.
I would think the same thing.
So, okay. So then now we have king high 10 with a 7. So it's 4.4. And what did we just say it was? 17? Yeah, so it's 5.66. So 5.66 is higher than 4.4. So you would go 3 to the royal here, I think. Yes. Yeah, my dad was saying just before we went live that the thunder that was down at his house was the worst he had ever remembered there, and it's slowly making its way up here. So yes, so 5.66, higher than 4.4. So yes, we do keep 3 to the royal.
Yeah, there's a 5 coin difference there, so that's a big one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, that's you're playing quarters. That's a $1.25 difference. That's a free extra hand if you play that correctly. Well, it's a free extra hand no matter what denomination you're playing. So look at it that way. If you were to screw that up, and you would have held the 4 to the flush, you're giving up. That means you can play 1 extra hand for the day, or 1 less hand for the day, just from that one mistake. And now here's 10 out of 10. So let's see here. We have 8 times 4 is 32. Plus 3 is 35. So it would be 5. So our ratio is 7.0 because there's nothing left over. So ratio is 7. Don't even have to look at the second half of the chart because there's fraction remainder 0. So 7.0. What do we have here? We have ace, high, 10. We have the worst possible one with a 10 left over. So you do have interference from the 10 because your shot of getting trips is out the window, I guess. Or a 2 pair is out the window. So 8.1. So, and then we're at 7. 7 is less than 8.1. So you would go for the, wow. You'd go for the 4 to the flush here? I would not have done that. I would have gone 3 to the royal there in a heartbeat. What about you, Dad?
Probably 3 to the royal, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I see that. I get it now, because if you were to keep the 3 to the royal, and you're then throwing away the other 10, so you have 33%, like they're 1/3 of the cards you need to get. You know, you'd have to pull the other 2 10s to get it. It's very hard.
But all of the hands above that 10, ace high, king high 10, king queen jack 10.
Those are all better.
All of those you would go for the royal. Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
You had any other combination, yeah, because our ratio was 7. So yes, any single other combination, even if that was a jack instead of the 10, you would go for the 3 to the royal. It's the 10 throws you off there.
Okay. All right. I feel enlightened.
Okay. End of quiz. So now we shall go to video poker challenges. Hopefully somebody has played in this challenge by now. They have. We get to play your favorite game now, Dad. And now I was texting with Paxor earlier, and I know that he had, we've looked through it's very interesting at the casino at Dania Beach. The best games on Fortune X are for triple play 50 cent. And some of them have a decent game on triple play, or on 5 play 50 cent. The best game on the machine is Deuces Wild for triple play 50 cent. But you're gonna want to play as high as you can for the challenge here. Because winner takes all in this challenge. So you want to go for the gusto, play as volatile as a game as you can. And the way this works, this is the one I call deal or no deal poker. One in about 11%, I believe it is. 11.06. So 11% of the time, it's going to give you the option to take a multiplier or not take a multiplier. Yes, if you are at Dania Beach and you are going to play Fortune X, avoid the 10 play. Unless you're playing for very low denomination.
we played it yesterday and we played it today, and actually we got a lot of multipliers. The Fortune X seemed to be activated a lot.
Now, Paxor, I know when I went to Yamava, you had written the strategy for most games. I don't know, did you, for when you keep the multiplier, did you do that for Deuces Wild? So here we go. So this is the multiplier, the feature here. So for the next 5 hands, we can either take the multiplier now of 2x or wait, and it goes up for the next 5 hands. So this is not a very strong hand. So it is. My dad and I were talking about that they're betting more money and getting a worse pay table, but it is what it is. So I would personally not take the multiplier here. I'll have to go back and find the strategy that he sent here. And then, so we did not take the multiplier there. So now we have a 3 times multiplier here that we can take or wait for 5 or 8 or 12. It's always, you're going to hit all 5 of them in a row. So we know that if we don't take the 3 here, we're going to have the 5. And we know that if we don't take the 5 on the next hand, then we'll get the 8 on the following hand. And you know if you don't take the 8, you'll get the 12 on the following hand. The only random part of this is when you get it. Once it's activated, you'll always have the same shot at all the multipliers. But yeah, I think it's about 80% of the time, if I remember correctly, you're going to go up to the 12x. So you're not going to keep it on a 3x with a pair of 7s. 5x with the 4 to a flush, I'm still not going to take it.
It seems that most of the time you're going to wind up
So
going for that 12x.
Yeah, Paxor said at a 2x, it's a dealt straight flush or better. At a 3x, it's a dealt 4 of a kind or better. How did we play it earlier? It was a dealt 4 of a kind on 5 play, or 5x?
I think so.
Here, our 8x, I'm definitely not taking the 8x with literally nothing. Good thing we didn't take that 8x. Ooh, did you hear that thunder? There we go. Damn, that is still going. Well, if the stream cuts out today, it's not from my computer crashing, it's from my power going out. So the 12x you have to take. You don't have a choice. Hell, that class took and quiz took almost the whole hour.
Oh, it did.
Slightly better than Hot Roll. That was what my dad was saying. He said he didn't want to bet the extra money because it barely added anything. So
Just adds a lot more volatility.
which I love.
Yeah, I know.
Now, one game we got to do check, Dad, is that we didn't check. Paxor wanted us to check is the super double bonus. He said that could be a good game.
Okay. I doubt it because they really they don't have especially good pay tables there. But, before we leave today, though, could we take a look at multipliers rising? Because that's what we're going to wind up.
Oh yeah, so
yeah,
when we go to
game.
Yamava in 2 weeks, it's this multipliers rising is what we're going to do. We're going to play it now because this is going to be what we're debuting. It's more or less the same thing as. Let's play this super double bonus just because I don't know what it is and Paxor was talking about it. This is a game we're going to play. It's more or less Ultimate X bonus streak, except it's randomized, so there's no strategy changes. You'll just randomly get it on some hands, I believe. Help, let's see. So you got to double your bet. Average of 1 in 16.9 hands with no streak. 1 in 16.9 hands without a streak active. It's 2, 4, 6, 12 is the multiplier we're going to get on this game. I wonder if it changes from game to game. Pack said it adds 0.24 to 0.26% overall, so it's 1/4%, we'll call it. Okay, so we got one multiplier there coming out. And I guess if you get the winning hand there, it's not going to max it out, so it's just going to be the 4 in a row. I'm gonna go for the aces here because let's see, doubles or what are we? Super double bonus. 4 aces with a kicker pays 2,000. Oh, interesting. 4 aces with a face card pays 1,600. So that's how the game differs.
Hmm.
Very interesting. Hang on. The dogs are Sushi's hiding in here from the thunder, and I have a fly fishing pole on the ground. I don't want him to break it. Okay, aces. Let's see, 4 aces. This could be a. Oh, there we go. Nailed it. Would have liked that on the multiplier. This could be a fun game to play, I guess. Oh, so look, even if you get 4 face cards with a face card kicker, it's 800. This could be a fun game to play. But where did they got to short you somewhere else? Oh, I guess it's just 8-5 is full pay on this. But look, oh wow, so you can get a lot of multipliers at a time on this. Look, we just pulled 1, 2, 3 in the same hand. Oh, look at this. A 12x multiplier, 3 4s and a 6 with a dealt 3 of a kind. Where's the 4 of a kind coming, Dad?
I'm behind you here, so I can't see it. I hear you, but my screen is behind you.
Oh, well, you should be able to use the Zoom. I'm sharing my screen on Zoom. You don't have to watch on YouTube.
I'm not watching on YouTube.
Oh.
I think I'm on Zoom. Yeah.
Oh. You don't see the 3 8s?
I see 3 8s now.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Let me double check.
Where's the 4 of a kind coming? Let's see it on the 12x. No. Wow, that's a dud if I've ever seen one. Oh, interesting. Pack said if the super double bonus is 8-5, which I'm sure it's not. He said it would be 99.95 with that feature active.
Wow. Eight,
7, 6. So even if it's 6-5, does that mean it's 97? Almost 98? 3 12s. What are we gonna do? I'm saying go for the inside straight here. Sevens? Yeah, so it is. It's bonus streak light. The only thing that I would say is the Fortune X, I feel like it would be better if it was more like moving multipliers or it was only like a 3 coin extra bet. I'm not sure I like the moving multipliers as a double your bet, but, and I feel almost like this should be not a double your bet game either. But we'll see how this goes live in the casino. This seems fun. By multiplier chart packs, you mean when to hold in Fortune X? I'm still very interested because I said this while we were filming on Fortune X today. When I went to Yamava and had the videopoker.com guys were there, they had the guy, I cannot remember his name for the life of me, that did the math for them. I apologize that I don't remember his name, but he had a different philosophy to the holds on Fortune X than you did. He was much more liberal with when to hold it, but because his rationale was if you just hold it on any winning hand, get it over with, you can get another one sooner. So I thought it was very interesting that the two of you had very different schools of thought when it came to that. Verify right now. I don't know if they have it on Pro. Let's see. Pro, new session. Yeah, see, they don't have Fortune X is the issue. On 3 play to 5 play, Fortune X? Yeah, they have no Fortune X. But anyways, so this is the game. So 2 weeks from tonight, we will not be doing a session. So Mr. Brain, don't work on a session. Next week, do a session. Week after, no more session. Well, no session that week. And I would assume the following week we'll probably bump it over to the new channel. So that is 9 o'clock now. So everybody take it easy, and we will see you Monday night.
Yeah, we just want to remind people that you can play in this tournament. You got to play 100 hands. You don't have to play them all at once, but you got to finish them all by next Wednesday at midnight. Last week's winner was Lucky Irish. I will notify videopoker.com tomorrow, and they're going to give you a 30-day pro membership. So congratulations, Lucky Irish. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you Monday night. Thanks.
No, oh wait, hold on. I was about to end it, but there was a commercial, so people are asking here. Next week there will be a session. It's 2 weeks from tonight. We will be in Yamava. So next week there will still be one more training session. And then as my dad just said, while there was also a commercial, the winner of last week's pro membership for 1 month for free was Lucky Irish. We're going to reach out to videopoker.com tomorrow. If you're here, you'll get your free 1 month membership. And then, yeah, so next week we'll do scenario number 3, and then the week after we'll be in Yamava. And then the following week after that, we'll probably keep doing the training sessions, but on our other YouTube channel. So, everybody have a good night.